1041 St. Louis, the source for hip hop and R&B, and Hot1041STL.com. It's your girl T Animated, and I'm here with the one and only Bloom. What's up, Mama?
How are you?
How are you?
I'm amazing.
You look amazing.
I'm amazing.
You are.
I'm chilling. I'm
you
comfortable.
Feeling
I took my shoes
I know
off.
that's right, because this is what it's all about. You at home, so feel at home. Studio is your home, right? That's like your second home.
I mean, it kind of is.
It low key is, because I kind of know your life. I be lurking and stuff. For real. So, like, tell me about you. Like, what has life been like? Like, how long have you been singing?
Okay, so I knew when I was 3 years old that I was going to sing, but
Duh.
I honestly didn't start really pursuing music until about a year ago. At an open mic, First Fridays in Old North.
Man.
I'll never forget. I had a
remember
big
that.
fro, and I started singing, I think Jill Scott, and took my shoes off. Everybody sat on the floor, and I just sang. And from then on, the feeling that I got and the love that I got from the crowd pushed me forward to keep going. So it's been about a year, and in this year, it's been amazing.
In this year, it's been crazy.
It's been insane.
I remember that night. At that night, like, it was like maybe
I remember hugging you.
30 and 50, because you took my soul and you haven't gave it back since then. And I'm so thankful to give it to you. As soon as everyone sat down, you started singing. You sang a cappella.
Yeah.
It took everyone back. Everybody was like, whoa.
Yeah.
This talent here in St. Louis, like, nah, bro. Where's she from? She from Wisconsin. She from somewhere weird. She from Philly.
St. Louis has so much talent, though.
Man.
I mean, so much.
And how do you feel being, like, breaking that mold? Like, letting it be known, like, your SoundCloud is popping, your videos are popping. Like, how do you feel?
It means a lot to me. It means the world to me, because for so long, just like a lot of people that I know growing up based off of society, you know, and all the stuff that's thrown at us. And I had an image of what I thought I should be. And I had an idea in my mind that I created that for some reason I was not going to be successful being myself. So I kind of hibernated and just I was in my own bubble for so long, and I wrote these songs on my computer, literally by myself, a cappella. I have hundreds of songs on my MacBook that no one has ever heard. So for me to get past that and to become confident, and not only be confident but be accepted, being completely myself, makes me feel amazing, and it helps me to really like be able to let people know that you can be yourself. And honestly, the only way you will be completely successful is if you follow your own path and follow what you're here to do. So I'm doing it, and it's working. And
you are being the best version you can be. And little by little, like, starting from performing intimately in First Friday, like, look at you now. Like, you about to have your own mini concert, art meets music. Like, who does that? And it's all been within a year.
You know, and it sounds so corny and so cliche.
No, but as you get older, you realize, like, yo, inspiration and encouragement goes a long way. It sticks with you like glue, man.
Like, love yourself.
Like, love yourself. And speaking of inspiring, so who has, since you've been singing since you was 3 and you knew, like, this is me, this is my calling or whatever. This is your calling, okay? This is your calling. Who inspired you from back then to now? Who was that? Who were those old artists? Grandma, the lady in church who just always on soprano, just here with it. Like,
we all have those.
Right, we do, right?
Oh, I can remember my mom.
Nice.
And she sang to me when I was a baby. Like, she had a little mic hookup and like a speaker hooked up to her stomach and would sing to me before I was born. Talk
about parenting behaviors and just talk about bonding. That's how you do it.
Yeah, she's amazing.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, my mom, I grew up in a musical family. My mom sang jazz all around St. Louis in a band. She made a living doing that. Made a living, okay? A living.
Hello?
Okay, we all had Christmas gifts.
It's like, I ain't asking you to pay for me to sing, but if you want to give me a donation, I wouldn't mind. I throw a tune for you.
Yeah, I thought that
honest living. Cool. Yeah.
I mean, she did a lot. She modeled, she acted, she did like everything.
Okay, Mom.
Right? I mean, looking back on that's pretty cool. As a kid, I grew up, you know, seeing that, so I didn't realize how amazing that was.
Yeah.
But she definitely inspired me, and she's always been there pushing me. Even when I didn't believe in myself, she would say, this is what you're supposed to do. I would hate for you to grow old and look back on this and never have
and
even
not fulfill
tried.
your dreams,
right,
and waste your talent.
That just like she said that to me maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and that really like played in my head over and over and over.
With the Bloom experience, explain to us what that's about.
Okay, so the Bloom experience, it's got a few meanings. One meaning is when I sing, I feel like I'm taking people through an experience.
Yeah.
And
a
even
trance.
like the whole vibe, a whole
where am I?
It's but that's what music is for me. The music that has really touched me and the music that has really moved me have been songs that start off one way and then end up taking you into another world, and you end up in this space. No matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, you end up in a different space when you leave the song. So definitely, for me, music should be an experience. And for a lot of people, music heals them. I know India Reed growing up healed me, and can make you feel sexy. Music can make you mad. The Bloom experience is my brand, and what it means and what it's all about is creating collaborative projects with different creatives that inspire me. So the goal of the Bloom experience is to create entire like musical productions where there's a dancer involved or a choreographer, and there's a videographer involved, and there's a producer involved, and there's a creative director involved, and we all come together to create an entire project, whether it be an EP, an album, a performance, anything like that. And I feel like that's where art and music collides. That's where that comes in, because to me music is art, and it takes
no matter what form it comes in. Yeah, so tell us about Senses. Tell us about the event and everything. Like what about Senses? What is it?
Senses for me it's my first project. It's my first EP. It's inspired by my partner, and it's totally a sexual experience, complete sexual experience.
Sex
from
is healthy.
The day I met him until the middle of our relationship until now, and where we are now.
Soulmating, twin flaming.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a spiritual sexual experience.
Yeah.
It's not a superficial experience. And for me, sex has been around for a long time.
Very long time.
So,
and it's crazy, as you get older, you start to realize what it comes with, the good and the bad, and you also realize what it actually means and what it can do to you. Sex can empower you, it can break you down, or it can build you up, depending on what you want to do with it after you get it.
Senses for me is me coming out. When people come out, that's how I feel. I feel like I've come out to the world, and I've come out to a judgmental world. And all those, family members and people I grew up with who are kind of looking at me like, oh my gosh, but they're kind of inspired by it as well.
Yeah, because it's different.
It's different.
And then it's like, that's my cousin, and she out her, like, and it's lit.
Oh my gosh. What is my mom?
What do you mean a nose piercing? All right, I get it.
But, it means the world to me, and it's just my way, and the word senses. So my entire campaign has the word sin in capital letters and brackets, and it's just my way of saying own your sins. If you believe in sins, you don't. Whatever your beliefs are, own them. Don't be afraid of your mistakes or anything that you aren't proud of. And don't try and set that to the side and disregard it or run away from it. Because when we start to do that, we start to lie to ourselves, and we don't accept ourselves.
You know what, the beauty in like everything that your life turns out to be is the truth of who you truly are. Don't run from it.
Right.
Don't run from it. Like I tell people all the time, you don't go find yourself, you create yourself.
Oh my gosh, I have that on my
we besties?
On my refrigerator.
So we let me know.
I have that on my fridge.
Let me know. Like those things are so important, and I tell my teens that, my preteens, all my mentees, like, don't be afraid of what your truth is. If you battling with something, talk to somebody about it. Don't ever sit in your own funk, in your own head, in your own mind. That's one voice that could turn into 2 to 3 to 4, depending on how well you know how to handle it. Exactly. So own your stuff. One thing about that, I tell people all the time, own all your mess so much to the point where can't nobody ever throw it in your face. You can't touch me when I already know.
Open book.
I'm an open book.
Open book.
You can't hurt me.
Nope.
I know about me just as much as you do, because I told you. could you leave with all the young artists, the old artists, anybody who's just trying to find a way to get back to their dream? What's a quote you can give them?
A quote that I want everybody to leave this with is to love yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, simple.
And everything else will
love
fall in
yourself.
place. Yeah.
Love yourself. Love others too, unconditionally.
Yeah.
And stop expecting so much from yourself and from others. You know?
Be good to yourself.
Just
Be good
take
to
care of
yourself.
yourself, because honestly, I would not be here if I didn't. I wasn't here because I didn't. You know, so that's the most important thing in